Welcome back, everybody, to the Real Madrid Galacticos rebuild. Today we have transfer deadline day, where we have 148 transfer budget, 148 million transfer budget left to spend. Could be some transfers. We'll see what's available. Obviously, I'm not really dependent on bringing someone in. I think my squad going forward is still good enough to win this league. It's just Champions League, really. We also have the Champions League draw for the groups, which we will see today. And then I think there's going to be a game on the second, which will be Bilbao away. And then, depending on what our Champions League group draw is, will be depending on where we will come back for the next video. So, as you can see, we've played one game, which was Levante, won 4-0 at home. Everyone getting on the score sheet. Bastoni, De Ligt both getting goals from corners. Ravella grabbing a goal himself and Asensio. There hasn't been no more transfers that I can think of. If we just have a look at outs, just like some people going out on loan, and we haven't brought anyone new in. We're not currently looking at having offers in for anybody. The only thing is we have Unsettled, our main transfer target. He's actually requested for a transfer list, but I think they've shut it down. However, obviously his contract runs out next season, the end of next season. So in January, if he's still unhappy, we might be able to bring him in then. But I'm going to keep making offers, low ball offers, keep him unsettled, because we did put in 70 million. They obviously rejected it, and then that's when he kicked up a big fuss. So here's the deadline day. These are the players that we are rumoured to bring in: Ruben Diaz, Bruno Fernandes, and Trent Alexander-Arnold for a lot of money. Obviously, we do have the transfer budget for it, but they're not players that I actually want to bring in. We don't need another centre back. We've already brought in De Ligt. Bruno Fernandes, yeah, he's a very good player on this, but he's not someone we really need. And Trent, again, he would be a big upgrade at right back, but I'd rather spend that money elsewhere. Okay, so a little bit of transfer news. We offered Vallejo out for 12 million just because he really isn't going to play now that I want to bring in Wisdom Amy to the first team picture. He'll probably be like our fifth or sixth centre back. So might as well get the money while we can, as I think his value is going to decline and decline. We have made an offer for Alvaro Fernandez, who will be our backup goalkeeper, our current backup goalkeeper, Lunin, I think it is. His contract's out at the end of the year, and Fernandez is a better player anyway, and I can rotate him with Courtois. Midway through the deadline day, we've got the Champions League group stage. So let's see who we get. Let's just draw the first names. And here we go. So Bayern, Man City in first group, Porto, Roma. We've got Man United in our group, which is not the easiest of teams. PSG, Juve, Ajax, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Barca. That'll be an interesting one. Napoli, Dortmund, and Liverpool and Inter again. Sporting join Bayern, Sevilla. We get Rangers, which is an easy game really. Zenit join PSG, Dynamo in the Ajax, Benfica. That could potentially be a group of death there. So Antwerp are the final team in Bayern's. Hussars, Mainz. Should be another easy game. And group of death, Maccabi Tel Aviv. I think Group G is a tough one to call. So just have a look at I would expect City and Bayern to go through that quite comfortably, with Sporting being the only team that will give either of them trouble. That Group B could be anyone really. Sevilla aren't exactly a bad side, nor Olympiacos. Man United will be the toughest in our group, but it should be us and Man United going through. Group D, I'd expect Juventus and PSG to cruise through that. Group E, same with Ajax and Atletico Madrid, they should cruise. Group F, You would expect Chelsea and Barcelona, but Benfica are a side that they can get the occasional upset. And then Group G, I think any of them two could progress, with Salzburg probably being the weakest out of the four, but they are all kind of equal teams. And then Group H, Wolfsburg obviously got to the semi-finals 2 years ago. Lille won the league not long ago, so that's quite a tough group actually. No new transfer news currently. I am looking at bringing in some youth players to help carry on the rebuild. I can't remember what his name was now, but I have made an offer for somebody. I think it's this guy, Majid, 18-year-old from Sweden. Another right winger with strong left foot. Fits perfectly into the way we play, and hopefully, I thought for 150k he'd got a good um, like rating signing wise. So I thought it's 850k is nothing compared to the current transfer budget. And even if he doesn't develop into any world beater, we can definitely sell him on later on. But at the moment, that's the only real transfer news. No ins, no outs. And like I said before, we haven't really got to buy anyone because I think my team is quite strong. We just have a look at squad depth. So obviously up front, Mbappe, Jovic, Van Duyven, Dani Olmo plays false nine. Vinicius Junior can play striker as well. So we've got like 5 options up there. On the left, Hazard, Vinicius Junior, Brahim Diaz. We've got 3 options. On the right, which is probably our weaker side, Asensio is the main starter, but Hazard did play there last year as well. We also have Angelo, who we brought in, that will obviously be getting game time out there to help develop. Midfield, we still have Casemiro, Ravella, which will be our 2 main centre mids. Modric will still get games here and there. Camavinga also being a choice in there, but we do have Renier, who I'm going to keep and give some game time. He'll be like our 5th option, especially if we get any injuries. Left back will be Danny Alaba, David Alaba, Mendy, and then Marla can play out there if like worst case scenario. Right back will be Marla and Kalulu. And then centre back, where I think we're strongest, we've got Bastoni, Delit, Militao, 3 great centre backs. Amy will come in as our 4th to get game time, and then Kalulu can also fill in there if need be with injuries. In goal, we've got Courtois, who plays pretty much every game. Lunin, who's our backup, but we are also bringing in another keeper who I will give more games to than I do Lunin, just because he can still develop and he's still quite young. So yeah, we don't really need to bring anybody in. So I might just keep it in case we get like an injury crisis where we have a few players out for a while and we need to bring in January. But you never know, things can happen last minute. So deadline day has passed. We didn't bring anyone in. Unfortunately, the deal for the goalkeeper got cancelled because Huesca couldn't find a replacement for him. I tried to offer Andrew Lunin, however, they didn't want to make an offer for him, so they cancelled it. We didn't bring anyone else in apart from that young Swedish right winger. We paid 850k for. He's already worth 4 to 5 mil, so if we was to sell him now, we'd straight away make a profit. But I'm looking to develop him, so I've called him up to the first team squad, but I've made him available for the under 19s, and then we're going to look to develop certain things. So I've already put an additional focus on his shooting, put him as an inverted winger on attack. He's already got like decent physicals. Technicals, he's got good dribbling, good first touch, good technique. However, his passing and his shooting's not great. Mentals aren't the best, but he has got 14 flair, 12 vision. So hopefully in a year or two he can develop into someone who can be a bit of a squad player for us. or someone that we can just sell on for profit later on. And then obviously goings out, the only player who went was Vallejo for 12 million to Real Betis. He should get a bit more game time there because he wasn't going to get any for us. We did make an offer for Madueke, but they wanted 80 plus for him, and I'm not paying that much money when I know I can get him beginning of next season for probably 40. So if we have a look at the biggest transfer deals of this year, De Ligt is obviously the biggest, which was 104 million, and then Joao Felix was 103, but it looks like it'll go up to 124 with add-ons from Atletico to PSG. Adeyemi going to City was the third biggest. Martinez has joined Man United for 95. Zaniolo's gone to PSG for 67. He was a player that I was looking at, to be fair, for that right wing, but he'd already gone to PSG by the time Adeyemi had gone. Guido Rodriguez has gone to Juve for 62 million. Quite a lot of money. Doesn't look that great. Poulsen has left Dortmund to go to Newcastle. Musiala's gone for 50 million to Liverpool. That's a good deal. He develops into a very good player if you give him game time. Who else have we got? Firmino's joined Arsenal. It's a bit of a strange one. De Ketelaere, or whatever, however you pronounce it, has gone to Chelsea for 45. Another good little player. It's a good signing for them. But yeah, not the biggest of transfers really. PSG obviously splashing the cash. Let's have a look at all of theirs. £298 million spent. They brought in a lot of players. Brought in Dest as well from Barcelona. Tyreek Mitchell, so they obviously needed a new right back. But they've sold Icardi to Tottenham, 20. Verratti's joined Inter, he must be over 30 now. Maybe he's 30, so still probably a good player. And Owen Wijndal for 27.5 at left back. These could potentially be our main rivals for the Champions League, but they do have a very good squad. Still got Neymar, Haaland up top, Felix as well now. But Zaniolo as well, he's a good player. But midfield doesn't look the best, in my eyes anyway. Maybe that'll be their weak spot this season. But yeah, if all goes well this season, if we can win the league and win, what's it called, the Champions League, this rebuild will be finished. So this is our current finances. We're 226 million in the bank. However, that will decline rapidly throughout the season because of our wage expenditure. But if we can finish this season not in the red, then we've definitely made progress. So here's our match lineup, for our only game of today's video, which is away at Bilbao, and we are going with the same squad that played in our last game, which is probably our strongest squad at the moment, which is Mbappe as the advanced forward, Olmo in that false nine role, Sensio and Vinicius Jr. on the wings, and then Ravella and Casemiro in midfield. Alaba and Marla on the sides of the defence with Bastoni and De Ligt, who are going to form that core partnership at the back with Courtois in goal. Angelo and Kalulu. So Angelo starts on the bench, unfortunately Kalulu doesn't. But we do have Militao and Mendy who cover the whole of that back four really. Modric in central midfield. Jovic is our only striker on the bench who can play in both of those roles though, to be fair. So another good result here will make us 3 out of 3. Bilbao are one of them sides where they do sometimes, you come unstuck kind of against them with the way they play, especially at home. Right, and here's the Bilbao side. So they're going 4-4-2, Villa Libre, starting up top. 4-4-2 is actually quite a good formation on this year's Football Manager. I think last year it was the 4-2-3-1. But two strikers is definitely the key to this year's Football Manager's match engine. Hence why we are playing with two strikers. Right, 5 minutes in, and it's a free kick to Bilbao just outside the box. And Sangali has hit the post. He's dropped to Sanchez. I don't know how you pronounce that. He's got the tuck in on open goal. I don't really know what happened with the defending there, but it's definitely going to stand. There was no offside. Yeah, our own players seem to tackle each other in the box, and it just falls to their centre half. Is he a centre half? No, central midfielder, and he's put the ball into an empty net. Not the best of starts. Right, we have a corner. Ravella, who's been deadly with these. De Ligt has run onto it and he's hit the bar. They're definitely going to get some goals between them, him and Bastoni this season. Simon with a goal kick, he goes long. De Ligt wins that in the air, he's not going to lose many. Sensio now, he's gone long. Mbappe's in. He's rounded the keeper, tucks into the bottom corner, and we are on equal terms. Fantastic finish from Mbappe. And that's why you cannot afford to play a high line against this Real Madrid side, because his pace is devastating. Look at this. Easy as you like, great finish. Throw in on the left, Alaba throws it into Mbappe, back to Ravella. Vinicius Jr. tries to find Asensio in behind, but it's well read. Marla brings it back forward, now Asensio. Great little bit of football there. Asensio gets it back and he smashes it just wide, unfortunately. Good little bit of football there, though. Right, 10 minutes left of this first half. It's not been the best. Not a lot of chances. Vinicius Jr.'s having an absolute shocker with a 6.4. Ravella will deliver this corner though. Bastoni's at the back post and it's a great save from Simon. Right, and at half time, we definitely need to up our game level, go up another gear. Because although we are beating them on XG, we haven't really had that many chances, not considering how good we can be going forward. And after a rollicking at half time, let's see if we do go that gear extra. Alaba's got this. Bastoni, Ravella, Casemiro and Ake as a space midfield. He finds Mbappe. Oh my word, what a finish. This kid scores some unbelievable goals. I thought the keeper was going to swamp him here and he was going to save this, but Mbappe has just pulled out a little dink over the top of him. Look, here you go. Little dink. And it's 2-1. Great start to this second half. Just checking VAR. He's on by a mile. Yere cannot cope with his pace. Right, they've got a throw in near our corner flag. He whips that in. Bastoni wins it, and now we break with Dani Olmo. Not many up to support him though, but Mbappe is. He has a go, and Simon pulls out a good save. I think it was a little bit comfortable there. Asensio will deliver this. Bastoni's a mile offside. I think the whole of our team was offside there. This is definitely not going to stand. Yep, no surprise there. Let's just see how many are actually offside. Like literally the whole team. Why no one decided to tell him to drop back is beyond me. Mbappe out wide, back to Ravella. Bastoni now. Casemiro. Dani Olmo's dropped to Pecky. Asensio's delivered. Mbappe's there, and unfortunately, straight at Simon. So I think anywhere else, and he scores there. Asensio will deliver this free kick. Inaki Williams will win it though. Dani Olmo tried to play in. Asensio was unlucky. But we are looking very good when we're on the ball. Except for Vinicius Jr. who's not having a good game. Marla now, can he hit this? No, he's forced wide, but he finds Asensio. who just about tucks it in, hitting the inside of the post. And we are playing very good football. We are going to take Vinicius Junior off though for Eden Hazard. Well, yeah, I thought Marlo was going to get a shot away. He doesn't know. He recycles it. Finds Asensio, who just about tucks it in. Right, they've got a throw in by our corner flag again. He goes long. Sunset probably should be doing better there. Courtois sends this out wide to Marla. Casemiro now has got loads of space. Good movement off the ball here. Knocking it around now at the back. Hazard goes into Ravella. Now Mbappe, but he loses it. Bilbao are looking to break, but it's a poor pass for Money in. Casemiro now to Mbappe. He's picked out Asensio. It's a great save. Right, let's look at dropping the tempo. Just maintaining this 2-goal advantage. Not looking to force it when we get the ball. Alaba's also coming off because he's not having a good game either. Mendy's going to come on for him. Right, they've got a free kick just outside the box. Yuri with this one. What a free kick that is. 25 yards out. Courtois didn't stand a chance. Let's demand more because we don't want our performance levels to drop here. This is a stunning free kick. Can't really bemoan that. Rivella's looking really tired, so we're going to have to look at bringing him off. Bring Modric on. Can hopefully bring his composure. Oh, they've got another free kick here. It's well won though by De Ligt. Hasn't been cleared though. Bilbao doing well here to keep it camped in our half. Naka Williams. And he probably should finish that. Morchillo had a great chance to level it up. And that goes harmlessly behind. We've got 15 minutes to hold out here. Right, Asensio's got his own free kick just outside. He delivers it though to Bastoni. I thought he was going to shoot from there. Hopefully this is onside though. I think it's going to be close. It's awarded. Great little bit of play then from Asensio. Bastoni at the back post. Free header. He's not missing from there. I mean, it's close. It is close. You can't really see. We've got 5 minutes added time, but we should have the 3 points here with the 2-goal advantage. Conceding 2 is not the best though, but I'll take the 3 points. Modric will deliver this corner. De Ligt's there, he gets a goal as well. Him and Bastoni both getting on the score sheet. And like I said earlier, they're going to get a lot of goals this season with the deliveries. I think that's 2 games in a row now they've both scored. And there we go, 5-2 win. Mbappe was sublime as usual. And quite a good performance overall really. We created a lot of chances by the end of that game. Just need to not concede as many maybe, but I don't really mind when we put in 4 or 5 past the opposition. And as you can see, we sit top of the park with a goal difference of 11, winning all 3 games. Barca and Sevilla can also join us, so if they both win. Do they play each other though? No, they don't, so they both play tomorrow, both at home, so I'd expect them probably, especially Barca, to beat Alaves. Let's just, before we go, have a quick look at what signings they made. They've only actually signed one player, which was Tsigankov. I don't know how you pronounce that, but he looks a good little player, doesn't he? 25 years of age. He's already got 3 goals and 2 assists in 2 games, so definitely made an instant impact for him. But they have sold Jordi Alba to Benfica, and obviously Dest went to PSG. So next video, what we will do, we will come back and play this away game at Man United, which will be the fourth game of the group stage, and the away game at Valencia, because Valencia are obviously a tough side on this as well. And then hopefully at that point we're still top of the league, we're top of the Champions League group, and we'll have a good idea of how this squad's performing, on whether we're going to win the league and potentially the Champions League. But thank you everybody for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.